Let's rewind it back to 2016, a much simpler time. Donald Trump was just elected president of the United States, Harambe was shot and became an internet meme, and of course the Ball brothers were taking over the world of high school basketball. The Chino Hill Huskies were finishing off their historic season, 35 games undefeated and winning a national championship, and the Ball brothers were a key part of it. And now fast forward to 2020 and LaMelo Ball was just drafted 3rd overall by the Charlotte Hornets, making history as him and his brother Lonzo were the first brothers both drafted in the lottery. But what about Liangelo, the middle child of the Ball family? Well, both his brothers have made it to the league. What's he up to? Well, let's catch you up on the Ball brothers' journey after that historic season. After that season, Lonzo would attend UCLA, leaving his brothers to man the ship of the Chino Hills Huskies. They wouldn't be able to replicate the success, but they were still a damn entertaining team, perfectly personified by Melo dropping 92 points in a game. Put that together with LeVar's antics and Lonzo being drafted to the Lakers in the 2017 draft, the Ball family was truly putting themselves on the map as truly one of the most entertaining things in basketball. Liangelo will graduate at the end of the 16-17 season, finishing his high school career averaging 30.2 points per game and finishing up as a 3-star prospect. He would receive a scholarship with UCLA. Liangelo was gearing up for his freshman college season, but of course with the Ball family, something always has to happen. While in China, Liangelo and 2 other UCLA players were arrested for shoplifting. Liangelo was caught stealing free designer products. This situation is completely crazy to me because Liangelo wasn't a kid who grew up poor. He was thinking rich. His brother was in the league and his dad is reportedly worth $4 million. Surely LeVar can open his pockets and buy his son some designer. UCLA would punish all involved by suspending them indefinitely. And then of course LeVar did some LeVar shit and moved both of his sons to Lithuania to play together. And I repeat, both of his sons. LeVar didn't just get Liangelo to go play basketball overseas, he also got his 16-year-old son Melo to do also. The Ball brothers' time in Lithuania was weird to say the least. If you ask most people, they would say it was basically a failed publicity stunt and the Ball brothers both stinked in Lithuania. But that's not entirely true. Liangelo actually played alright. He averaged 12.6 points in only 21 minutes of action and shot 41% from free. These are all promising, but combined with his actions with UCLA and the weakness of the league they were playing in, Liangelo's draft stock was not high going into the 2018 NBA draft. Lielo's strength as a player is his shooting ability, but Liangelo has a weird build for a basketball player. Liangelo has a build more similar to his father's as a stocky guy. Maybe Melo should have just played football. He seems to have the body for it, and his dad did have brief stints with the New York Jets and the Carolina Panthers. Liangelo though did have hope to get drafted. He was in frequent contact with both the Lakers and the Suns, but sadly his name will not be called. After this, Liangelo would join the JBA after previously saying that it was a step down. And if you wanted to know, the JBA is a basketball league created by LeVar, and his brother LaMelo was already playing in it. Liangelo will play 7 games and average 50 points per game on 45 attempts per game. But we will forget about that, we'll gloss over it. LaMelo most recently played for the Thunder's G League team, but wouldn't be able to play a single game because of COVID-19. But now the question remains, what's next for Liangelo? And will he ever make an NBA roster? Well, the next step for Jello is to just keep grinding in the G League. He's still on the roster for the OKC's G League team, and I think he can do well there. If it becomes a more efficient scorer and adds more than just shooting to his game, he could be a valuable asset to NBA teams. But now, do I think he will ever make an NBA roster? Well, yeah, I do. But to make it clear, I genuinely think Jello wouldn't even be a contributor on an NBA roster, but more of a player to drum up media attention and only receive any sort of significant minutes for an NBA team when they're trying to tank. But an NBA career is an NBA career nonetheless. Or maybe he is just like what Kenny McEntry called his father. Garbage. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, then you should consider liking and subscribing for more NBA content. But anyway guys, hopefully you have a wonderful day and laters.